Thinking about buying a franchise? Then the How to Buy a Franchise show is just for you. Here's your host, Dr. John Hayes.
So, how did it work with Ray and United Franchise Group? You went into business with them, so it's not a matter where you're a client paying them a fee.
Right.
They became a part owner of Experimac.
They became a part owner. They've given a lot of resources. We've given a lot of resources. It's a team effort. I don't think that Ray would have been comfortable with the business running without me to start out with, at least.
He wanted you to stay with it?
Yeah, and to me, I feel like, the way we treat our customers and the way our business has been run is based on a lot of the thoughts that I have about how customers are to be treated. Everybody talks about, you got to have good customer service. Well, my honest opinion is good customer service, that stinks, okay? Good customer service just gives you an entry into being able to be out there and compete in business. If you have bad customer service, you should be out of business already. If you have good customer service, somebody might tell nobody. If you have great customer service, they might tell two people. And if you have bad customer service, they're going to tell everybody.
A lot of people,
okay?
Right.
So you have to do better than be good,
yeah.
Okay? So in our business, there's a couple of things that we do that we feel are very important, and we teach our franchisees when they come, even on a discovery day. Somebody comes, and we talk about it when they come on a discovery day. We teach it in our school, in our franchise school, and when we go set up the store, we teach the same thing. We believe that you should never charge a customer for easy. What I mean by that is, somebody comes in, they have a problem with their computer. Usually in 5 or 10 minutes, we're diagnosing that computer in front of the customer. We don't take it to some man behind the curtain in the back. 5 or 10 minutes, we can diagnose 99% of the problems right there in front of the customer, give them a price. If they don't want to have it fixed, we say it's no charge, it's no problem at all. Somebody buys a computer from us, and they trade in another computer. We do a data transfer at no charge. If they buy a hard drive, we do the same thing. We don't believe in charging for easy. That's number one, okay? If you were to make an appointment at some of the manufacturers' places of service and walk into certain stores with a repair problem, they might tell you, well, you got to go online, you make an appointment 2 or 3 days. You get there for your appointment, you got to wait an hour once you get there, okay? And then they might send it away for 3 to 5 days, and I hope you backed up your data, okay?
Yes.
Because your data might not come back on your hard drive.
Or you got to go home and do that.
We think that's terrible. We 5 or 10 minutes, we're usually telling them what the problem is. We don't charge them $100 for a data transfer like some of these other places, okay? So we try to give them some value for their money, so we don't charge them for easy. The second thing is, I learned this from a sales team that I worked with many years ago. It was a team of ladies, okay? And I found out something very interesting when I worked with a team of sales ladies is, guys, this is going to sound sexist, but it's mostly true. My job is to do my job. I understand what that is. And for me, it's always been my job to satisfy customers. What I found out working with this team of ladies is they didn't satisfy customers because it was their job. They satisfied customers was because they wanted to make their customers happy. Just that simple reason. And for me, that was a revelation. So the other thing that I try to teach the franchisees is it's not your job to have satisfied customers. Have satisfied customers just because you want them to be happy.
Yeah,
and if you can do those two things, it makes a big difference in how your business runs.
Interesting. So you've got 100 units sold.
Yes, sir.
And how many are open already?
Over 40.
Okay. And 2 countries have been sold?
We've actually got more than that. We've got deposits in about another half a dozen countries.
Oh, wow. Okay, good. So why are people buying Experimac? What, other than this, they can't all have Apple products as a hobby, but maybe a lot of them do. Other than, it's Apple and there's a certain romance about Apple product, which I understand since I'm one of those people. I don't think I'm a fanatic, but I buy, if I'm going to buy computer-related something, it's going to be Apple. Why are they buying Experimac? Because there are lots of other things people could get in and still use Apple computers or use Apple products. So what turns them on?
Well, I think it's a question of affordability. I understand that if you were to go into the Apple store and you look at the average computer they sell there, I've been told it's $1,400 or $1,500. And in Experimac, the average transaction price is $600 or $700. People can get an Apple computer that would otherwise not be able to afford it. And what a lot of potential franchisees ask is, well, why would I buy that computer product in an Experimac when I can buy a new Apple product for X amount of dollars? Well, what they don't realize, and I realize that from the car business, is that the customer that buys a used computer at an Experimac store is typically a different customer than a customer you see in the Apple store. It's not the same. You know, in car dealerships around the country and new car dealerships, typically they sell more used cars than they do sell new. People look at a new car dealership and they think that's their main business. No, the money is in used and the customers are in used. And a lot of times the reason somebody would buy a car dealership in the middle of Nebraska would be because they've got the opportunity to sell used cars with some credentials, and that's the new car moniker on the building. So that Experimac name on the business, I think, is going to lend a lot of credibility to our franchise around the country, and it's going to be a safe place for customers to come get a great warranty on a used product.
Thank you for listening to How to Buy a Franchise Show. If you want immediate assistance, visit howtobuyafranchise.com to contact Dr. John Hayes for a free consultation.